I've called science the poetry of reality.
I care about the truth more than I care about what people think about it.
We have a working theory which we know is true.
We know now that all species come from one single common ancestor, which is probably something like a bacterium.
There are two words that end science and atheism's no-God argument forever. What's possible? These two words take God out of the theoretical and theological realms and put God squarely in the arena of science and cold hard facts. Here's an inconvenient truth. In the same last few decades that science has become the truth, light, and the way, America has become the epicenter of cancer, obesity, depression, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and autism epidemics. Now 70% of our population is overweight, 40% is obese. We're number one in the world in childhood obesity. And it gets better. There's no hope, help, relief, or end in sight, and there are no miracles on the way. What makes this truth so inconvenient is there are 5 blue zones where living to 100, thin, healthy, and happy is the norm, and cancer, obesity, depression, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and autism are virtually non-existent. And science, who we're told is the truth, light, and the way, and the best at finding the truth, has studied these 5 blue zones for 2 decades, and they're clueless to how it happens. Richard, my question is, if science is really the truth, light, and the way, and they've been studying these 5 blue zones for 2 decades, how in the hell did the USA become the black hole of cancer, obesity, depression, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and autism? Now, why is this so important? Because the same people that got us into, couldn't foresee or prevent, and can't get us out of this cluster are the same people behind the no-God argument. You see, God sat back and watched science and atheism mock him for decades. But God is not mocked. At this very moment, he's got science and atheism in a catch-22. What everyone fails to see is that only a miracle or act of God can save us. Here's the big secret. Proof of God isn't in the origin of the universe or life from a 19th century point of view. It's in achieving what's possible and freeing us from the epidemics of cancer, obesity, depression, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and autism. The linchpin to both of these is finding the truth about animation, metabolism, and energy. And that's why the challenge of the century is so important. Because you can't find the truth about animation, metabolism, and energy without going to God, going through God, and proving God incontrovertibly. And with that, the no-God argument breaks like a $2 watch.